Welcome back to Owensboro Catholic Schools in the Loop. My name is Cathy Graham, and during this segment we're going to have Ann Higgins. She's a parent and she's got a large family, and she's going to be talking to us today about the financial aid process for the Catholic schools. Welcome, Ann.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine.
First of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about your family?
Sure.
You're involved in all the schools, so that's all good.
That's right. We have children in every school, at every campus here at Owensboro Catholic Schools. My husband Sean and I have 8 children in the school system this year. We have 3 at the high school, 1 at the middle school, 1 at the 4-6, and then 3 at the K-3 campus.
Oh my goodness. And you're a member of which parish?
Blessed Mother.
Blessed Mother.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about the process. How does it start, and what have you found?
Sure. About mid-January, families who are enrolled at OCS and families who have expressed an interest in having their children in the Catholic school systems will receive a packet from the central office to fill out and send in. And the deadline for that is February 15th.
Okay. And that comes in the mail to you, or do your kids bring it home from school?
Yes, that will come in the mail to you at your residence. Yes.
And you're just doing one per family?
1 packet per family, yes.
Okay. And the form that's used, we always hear this PSAS. What's PSAS stand for?
PSAS stands for Private Student Aid Service. It is a third-party, I guess you'd call it a processing service that the Catholic schools has contracted with to determine award amounts for families with their financial aid.
Okay. And why is it good to use somebody like a third party?
Well, one thing that I hear a lot from other parents, they say, well, we don't ever fill that out. We don't ever apply for financial aid because we don't want people to know our business.
Right.
We don't want them to have access to our financial information, and I can understand that. This process is a confidential process because, as I said, this is a third party. The packet is filled out by the parents. All the information is sent to PSAS, and they're located in Ohio. They evaluate the information, they determine the award, and then they inform the school system what each family's financial aid packet will be. And then the school system informs the family. So no one at the central office, no one on staff there is going to ever see that packet or people's tax returns, anything like that. It's
because I know that is a big problem with people, their privacy. They really don't want everybody knowing all that private information about their family.
Right. And I've never had any reservations about sending that information in because I knew that it was confidential.
Okay, good. Is the form easy to fill out and understand, or is it a...
Yes.
It looks pretty big.
It looks a little intimidating. It is very straightforward. It does take a little bit of time to fill out. It takes a little bit of time to gather the information you need. So I would urge families to not put it off to the last minute. It also depends upon your tax situation. For instance, my husband is active duty military.
Right.
We have our household is here, but he is stationed in another state. So he has income from one state. So our tax form is a little more complicated than most people. So for us last year, it was a little more difficult than it had been before. But I would say for most families, it's a straightforward, easy process.
Your family's a little bit different than most families.
Our family's different in a lot of ways.
And there's a deadline, which is, I mean, I know a lot of people don't have their taxes done by February 15th.
Yes, and I'll explain that. The deadline is February 15th, and that is important because most families are going to want to know what they're eligible for and what their tuition will be for the upcoming school year before pre-registration.
Right.
So if you submit your packet by the 15th of February, you will have that information before you register your children. Now, I was looking over the form last night, and if you have filed your 2007 tax return by the 15th, then you can send that. You also need to send in your W-2s, 1099s, your income verification. Now, if you have not submitted you have not filed your tax return by the 15th of February, you can submit your previous year's tax return, which would be 2006, along with the W-2s, 1099s for 2007.
Okay.
They will allow that.
So they do a first round.
That's right.
And then they continue to kind of look at the money, or how?
That's right.
Some things you don't even get from
exactly
from your for your own tax purposes until
Yes.
April or
That's
March.
right. And families can apply for financial aid at any time during the school year, even after school has started. Of course, it is your award will be dependent upon funds available,
Right.
but that February 15th deadline is so that you can have that information before you register, which I would urge families who are considering OCS, they're kind of thinking about it, but they're not sure what their tuition
Right.
would be, send in the packet. You'll find out, about mid-March, you'll receive your award letter. You'll know exactly what your tuition would be before.
Well, thanks, Ann, for joining us, and thank you all for watching.
You're welcome.
This is another episode of Catholic Schools in the Loop. Thank you.